Ohio Fast Freight, number 78, Alex Payne. Alongside of him, the Pale Racing 1 is David A. Baird. Row number 4 on the inside, driving in the friendly Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram 5-star, also sponsored by Outlaw Speedway, the boss man Tyler Seary. Alongside of him, driving in the 17Z, that's the Signworks Fast Graphics 17Z, is Seth Zacharias. 5th row to the inside, in the McCain Gas and Electric KP1, that is Greg Polhamus. In the final starting spot, he drives in the Proudy's Parlor, Howard's Garage 357. That's Marty Kelly the third. Heat number 2, ready to go racing. Again, 8 more laps, 6 to qualify. 4 will go to the redraw. High Torque of New York is our North Region Modified title sponsor. High Torque of New York. Are you putting the torque in New York? High Torque of New York is your one-stop shop for all torque, tool, and industrial bolting needs. They offer rentals, sales, solutions, and training, as well as on-site torque wrench calibration and repair of all manual, pneumatic, hydraulic, and battery-powered torque wrenches. Visit at High Torque New York on Facebook and X. High Torque of New York sponsoring the North Region Points Series for 2025. We're ready to go. Heat race number 2 for the mighty Sunoco Bob Hilbert Sportswear Modifieds. Here they come into the Sunoco starting zone.
What a stacked heat race we have here for the second one of the night. Side by side as they make their way down the back straightaway. There goes Matt Shepard. 3 wide for third. There's Friesen trying to thread the needle. Now they're beating and banging for the top spot. There goes Matt Shepard. He'll lead lap number 1.
Wow, Friesen was in the middle of a 3 wide, and there was all sorts of people throwing a few hip checks and elbows out there, and Matt Shepard is now taking over the number 1 spot as they work into the corner. Shepard's got the lead. Here comes Alex Payne battling Hackle for the number 2 spot, followed by the boss man Tyler Seary. He's in the last redraw spot. Friesen behind him now, trying to get up there.
Side by side for the second spot. What a great race. Alex Payne to the inside. He will make that pass and he'll move up into P2.
Seth Zacharias battling it out there with Friesen and the D9 of Dennis Clapperton. Right now, Friesen not in the redraw spot. Meanwhile, Tyler Seary has the last one, followed by Zacharias. Shepard's got the lead out of the corner, followed by the 78 of Payne.
And how about it? The 44, Stuart Friesen sits in that 6th, a final transfer spot. You know he does not want to be there. He has to get a little further up to try to make it into tonight's redraw. Still, he's sitting pretty right there, running 6 as the laps start to click off.
Heading into the turn, Hackle is 3, Seary is 4, Zacharias 5, Friesen 6. He's the last qualifying spot down the back straightaway. Behind him, we got Polhamus in the number 1. Right now, Friesen's the last transfer spot to the nice Interstate 88 lap modified special.
Matt Shepard really starting to stretch it out here in the second heat race of the night. He will come down and see the Barron's performance. White flag, final time around. Still the 78 of Alex Payne running in second as they will make their way into turns number 3 and 4 for the final time. The Sunoco checker flag is out, and Matt Shepard will win heat race number 2. Finishing in that second spot will be the 78 of Alex Payne. As the second heat race is in the book for the Interstate 88 special here in Afton, New York.
9S Matt Shepard picking up the win, his 3rd heat win in the High Torque of New York North Region in a heat race action. The 78 Alex Payne 2nd, the 97 Bobby Hackle the 4th is 3rd. The 5-star Tyler Seary is 4th. They go to the redraw, followed by the 17Z Seth Zacharias and the 44 Stuart Friesen, your ATL Fuel Cell Hot Lap hero, finishing up in qualifying spot number 6. Heat 3 goes to the speedway like this. He is driving in the Tire Discount Center 4-star Racing Products 4-star Anthony Perego. Alongside of him, the defending New Jersey Quality Drywall South Region champion, Fonda Speedway champion, the Milmas Napa Auto Parts Easy Work Truck, Gary Simpson Contracting 84Y, Alex Jankowski. Row 2 to the inside, driving the CF Motto RC Sales and Service 9K, Blaine Klinger. Alongside of him, driving car number 72 will be A.J. Pontrabowski Jr., the Stefersky Paving Mooney Sports Bar 72. Row number 3 on the inside, driving the A-to-Z Landscaping 27B, Robert Bublak, and alongside of him, the Dependable Disposal, number 27, also sponsored by Northeast Transfer Services, that is Craig Crooker. Row number 4 on the inside, driving the Blue Ox Energy 34, Rusty Smith. Outside of him, in car number 80, that'll be the Van Sickle Electric Mobile Metals 80 of Dominic Roselli. Fifth and final row to the inside, driving in the B. Waltz Car Care 22W, Brandon Walters. And the final starting spot in the Mobile Metals number 280 will be Justin Holland. So that is your grid for heat race number 3. Again, 8 laps, 6 to qualify. Thanks to our Modified South Region sponsor, New Jersey Quality Drywall, owned and operated by former Modified driver Dave Whitty. New Jersey Quality Drywall, founded in 1980 and was incorporated nearly a quarter century ago in 1999. New Jersey Quality Drywall, servicing the tri-state, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York area and beyond with residential and commercial work. Residential capabilities including furnishing and installing drywall from single-family homes to large developments. Their commercial work includes steel framing, insulation, drywall, acoustic ceilings, and commercial fit-outs. New Jersey Quality Drywall can be reached at 908-835-1880, 908-835-1880, or whittygroup@gmail.com. That is the Modified South Region title sponsor, New Jersey Quality Drywall. Tonight we are in a High Torque of New York North Region event, Heat 3 coming for the Modifieds.
Final heat race for the Big Block Modifieds is underway. Borrego will jump out to the early lead the Thunder Herd in the turns number 1 and 2. However, Joe says no. The caution lights come back on.
We'll try it again. We'll come right back to the Sunoco starting zone and get them all lined up. Joe did not like the start. Leader must wait till the second sign on a start. The restart, leader can fire between the two signs. Here we go.
Side-by-side start once again. Borrego will lead him back down to turns number 3. Here comes Jankowski. Jankowski to the outside. Side-by-side as we come around to complete lap number 1. Give it to Anthony Borrego.
Boy, Jankowski was up on the top side, battling Borrego for the lead into the turn, but he couldn't hold it. And meanwhile, we had one car slide by him down the back straightaway. Moving into the turn, here comes Borrego still leading the way. Klinger now up to second, followed by Jankowski, and here comes Piotrowski.
Yeah, Piotrowski applying pressure to Jankowski for that third spot. Looks like Jankowski's machine's a little loose out there. Can't quite stick the bottom like he wants to. As here comes Piotrowski once again down low.
Working out of the corner, Piotrowski holding down that fourth and final redraw spot right now. Robert Bublak is in the fifth and final qualifying spot. Following him down the back straightaway is Rusty Smith. That opening lap saw the 80 of Roselli and the 280 of Holland get together. Roselli's got right front damage. He pulls it off the racetrack.
Halfway in, 4 laps and 4 to go in a final heat race for the Bob Hilbert Sports Short Track Shooting Series Big Block Modifieds. It's all Anthony Borrego out front. He has about an 8-car length lead over the 9K of Blaine Klinger.
Klinger's still getting some heat now from Jankowski. Following him down the back straightaway is A.J. Piotrowski Jr. Charging into the turn. Jankowski diving to the inside. Klinger says no dice this time. Bublak's to a 5. Rusty Smith 6 down the straightaway.
Got a battle shaping up for P2 between Klinger and Jankowski as they come off of 4. They'll see the Barron's Performance white flag final time around. Borrego, yeah, don't worry about him. He is gone. He's already on the back straightaway. As here comes Jankowski peeking to the inside of Klinger for the runner-up spot. But meanwhile, Jeff already off of turn number 4. Give him the third heat race win's going to be the 4P of Anthony Borrego.
Borrego takes the Sunoco checker, followed by Klinger, Jankowski, 72, Piotrowski, 27 of Bublak, and the 34 of Rusty Smith. Anthony Borrego gets the heat race win for the number 4, followed by the 9K Blaine Klinger, the 84Y Alex Jankowski, the 72 AJ Piotrowski Jr. They go to the redraw, followed by the 27 of Robert Bublak, 27B, and the 34 of Rusty Smith. So 18 cars are qualified, 6 out of the 3 heats, and we still have a consolation to go. All right. We are ready to go with the first of 3 qualifying events for the Sportsman. Pole position, driving out of New Berlin, will be Zach Welch in the 67W. Alongside of him, in the number 9 out of Upper Makefield, Joe Toad. Second row inside from Cincinnatus, New York, will be Wyatt Frank, and alongside of him from Delhi, the 61 veteran Dave Rosas. Row number 3 out of Middletown, New York, the 38 special Jared LaBaugh. Alongside of him out of Woodhull, the Schweigert Sugar Shack, number 12, George Schweigert III. Row number 4 to the inside, driving the 312 is Johnny Williams. Outside of him from Saratoga Springs, the 27, Michael Ballestero. Final row on the inside out of Accord, the number 225 is Derek Schaefer. And the final starting spot from nearby Harpersville, the 79 is Eric Windsor. First of 3 heats for the Madison Overhead Door North Region Sportsman. Ready to go. Same format as the modifieds. 8 laps, 6 qualify. And we'll send 4 cars to the redraw. So the High Torque in New York Modified North Region completing their heats. We'll still have a consi. We have the first of 3 heats here for the Madison Overhead Door North Region Sportsman. In the Interstate 88 Special tonight here at the Afton Motorsports Park, Sportsman will have a 28-lap feature tonight. The Modifieds have a 48-lap. 8 is the theme of the night here at Afton.
As the first heat race, the Short Track Super Series Sportsman is going to go yellow. The SRI Performance Caution flag waves once again here at the Afton Motorsports Park. Short Track Super Series not quite happy with that initial start.
Madison Overhead Door, our North Region Sportsman sponsor, is located in Spencertown, New York, a recognizable name in Northeast Modified Racing. Madison Overhead Doors has been family owned and operated for 4 generations since 1954. They offer residential, commercial, and industrial loading dock equipment along with all garage door needs. A fleet of 18 sales, service, and installation trucks and equipment are equipped daily for installations and service. Madison Overhead Doors serving the Capital District of New York, parts of the Hudson Valley, Berkshires in Massachusetts, Litchfield County, Connecticut, Bennington County, Vermont, and surrounding areas. On the web at MadisonOverheadDoors.com. They're located in Spencertown, New York.
So the field reaches the Sunoco start zone once again. Green flag is out side by side for the top spot. Great racing. Zach Welch trying to take the lead away from Toth. They're still side by side. Toth a little sideways there, running second as we come down to complete lap number 1.
Yeah, Welch will lead the way. Toth almost had the back end breakout on him. Here's Rosa. Rosa now diving to the inside into the corner. Dave Rosa can probably drive around Afton with his eyes closed. He's got so many laps here. Rosa putting the pressure on Toth now for the second spot.
Now Rosa 61. Look how well that car just sticks right down to the very bottom of the speedway as he gets the Toth's quarter panel there on the left side. Nothing there. Toth has the momentum. Come around here to complete another lap as we are side by side there for the 6th spot.
Good 3-car battle down the straightaway now for that 4th and final redraw spot into the turn. Working down the back straightaway. Hot and heavy action. Meanwhile, up front it remains Welch setting the pace. 1 car rimming the outside of the speedway right now. That's Jared LeBon, the 38. Jared switching as a regular here to Afton this year after running for a number of years at Middletown, Accord, and even last year at Grandview. He's on the outside lane.
LeBon, been keeping my eye on him, really bringing that top side in as he runs in that 6th and final transfer spot. And now the SRI Performance Caution lights come on.
SRI Performance Caution. We got one limping to the apron on the back straightaway. Brings out the caution. That's the Schweigert Sugar Shack number 12, George Schweigert III. 2nd year on the tour. Finish Line Track Services crew on hand to pick up the action and help him to the pit area. Talking with them at Outlaw last week, we did not have an SDSS Sportsman event, but the Sportsmen were on the program under Outlaw rules. That's pretty much their home track up there in the Outlaw Woodhull area. And they were debuting a new car this year, and the new car has not been going well for them, so they dig out old reliable once in a while. So I don't know which one this is, but they've got some problems pulling to a stop on the back straightaway.
So the lineup is good. Joe Chris, the chief starter here with the Bob Hubbard Sportswear Short Track Super Series fueled by Sunoco, going to let the field know that we are going to go green next time by at the Sunoco Fuels restart zone. You can hear owner and promoter of the Short Track Super Series, Brett Deo, in the background, letting the drivers know that we are going to go green this time by. These heat races all night have been absolutely fantastic.
Here we go. Welch and Toth again in the front row into the Sunoco starting zone. We are back to green. Fink on the outside of the 34, outside of Rosa, and here comes LeBall trying to go through the middle. Ballestero is right there now with the 27.
And now Joe Toth put the whip to the horse there in the 9, but he slips up high. He's going to be challenged by Rosa. They're still side by side for second, and they're side by side for 4.
Into the turn. LeBall still running the outside, trying to keep that top lane clean. He's the only one up there right now by himself. Trying to get a redraw spot now with the white flag waving with the exotic brand white flag. 1 lap to go.
Who is going to win this heat race and who is going to finish in that 4th and final transfer spot as they are nose to tail for that position? They'll come off of 4. See the Sunoco checkered flag, and they are almost side by side there at the line. But however, Zach Welch, he will get the heat race win.
So, taking the win, the 67, Zach Welch. The 9 of Joe Toth is second. The 61, Dave Rosa, third. And third spot is Johnny Williams in the 312. They go to the redraw. 27, Michael Ballestero. And the 38 of Jared LeBall are your 6 qualifiers. Heat number 2 rolling out for the Madsen Overhead Door North Region Short Track Super Series Bob Woodward Sportswear fueled by Sunoco Sportsman. Avery Decker in the 22A out of Kirkwood on the front row. Outside the 56, Devin Green from Newark Valley, New York. Second row to the inside from Baldwinsville, the 82H is David Hackett. And alongside out of Lake Ariel, Pennsylvania, your series point leader so far, the 9G Tyler Pete. Row 3 to the inside out of Mount Upton. Young driver making the switch from the Slingshots to the Sportsman, Sullivan Dickey in the 54. Alongside out of Vestal, the 9T Todd Titus. Row number 4 to the inside. One of our point title contenders out of Spencertown, New York, the Madsen Overhead Door 89, Dylan Madsen. Alongside of him out of St. Johnsville, the 55, Johnny Fiegels. And row number 5 out of Harpersville, the 78, Stephen Windsor. And alongside of him from Middletown, New York, the number 5, Ryan Niger. That is the lineup for heat race number 2 for the Madsen Overhead Door Sportsmen. So we had the JLR Performance Hot Lap Hero for the Sportsman, ATL Fuel Cell Modified Hot Lap Hero. And we've got the Barron's Performance Warehouse White Flag for the Modifieds, 1 to go, and the Exotic brand White Flag, 1 to go for the Sportsman. Drivers trying to get into the top 4 spots to get into the BA Custom Headers redraw. We'll tell you about that in a minute, but we're ready to go with heat number 2. Here they come.
I got a feeling, Jeff, this one's going to be coming back. Joe Chris not very happy with the start as the field still rumbles down in turns number 3 and 4. And it looks like we're good. Green is go. Here we go.
Out of the turn, down the straightaway. Right now, Decker setting the pace into the turn. Decker maintaining the number 1 spot. Now we've got a battle for the number 3 spot as they work down the back straightaway.
Come around to complete lap number 2. It's still all Avery Decker in the 22 at the top spot. Starting to keep my eye here about mid-pack. We got a battle side by side for that 6th and final transfer spot, Jeff.
Here comes Hackett in the 82. He's been following the tour this year. He's up the 2nd spot now. Hackett now moving in on the 22 of Decker down the back straightaway. Working down the back, Dylan Madsen in the 89 in a qualifying spot, not yet into a redraw spot. He's racing in position 5, the top 4 getting tight right now. Titus is up to the 6th and final qualifying spot.
We're going to have 3 laps to go this time by. Top 5 drivers starting to separate themselves from the field. But still, how about it? Avery Decker has been getting pressured all race long by Hackett. Hackett's still there, nose to tail.
Down the back straightaway, David Hackett looking to the inside of Avery Decker. 2 to go. He's putting on more pressure. Tyler Pete is in 4th spot as they head down the front straightaway into the turn. Green now racing in the 4th spot. And The 89 of Madsen trying to catch up to that 4th position to challenge for that last redraw position.
It's a battle for the win. White flag is out, brought to you by Barron's Performance. Who is going to win the second heat race for the Short Track Super Series Sportsman? Decker, that car was able to stick. Now they're side by side for second. They'll see the Sunoco checker flag this time by. Give the win to Avery Decker, and oh, that was close. As looks like that's going to be Tyler Peak going to finish in the runner-up spot by a nose.
Yes, indeed. All right, your winning driver, the 22A, is Avery Decker. How about the finish for second? Winning the second position by a nose, the 9 of Tyler Peak. Third, the 82 David Hackett. And fourth was the 56 of Devin Green. He got the position 4. They go to the redraw, the 89 Dylan Madsen and the 9 of Todd Titus, position number 6. They qualify. All right, heat 3 for the Madsen Overhead Door North Region Sportsman pole position. Out of South New Berlin, the number 1 Dylan Nichols, and alongside out of Walton, the 9K Blaine Klinger. Row 2 to the inside, the T69 out of Wallkill, Travis Green. He's got Short Track Super Series wins to his credit, including right here. And out of Manchester, the 714, Chris Darling. Row 3 of the inside from Springbrook, Pennsylvania, the 349 is Garrett Chillett. Alongside from Montour Falls, the 123, the veteran, Dale Welty. Row 4 on the inside from New Milford, Pennsylvania, the 39B, Matt Brewer. Alongside out of Kirkwood, the 37, Jason Shedd. Fifth and final row out of Ferndale, New York, the M is Kyle Smith. And alongside from Thompson, Pennsylvania, the 11 is Brett Wooster. That is the lineup for heat number 3. Again, 8 laps, 6 qualify, 4 will go to the redraw. The BA Custom Headers redraw. Again, the top qualifiers at the conclusion of the heat races take part in the BA Custom Headers redraw. More than 25 years in the header fabrication business, BA Custom Headers of Genoa, New York can customize your power curve for a broader range of power. Check them out on the web at baheaders.com. They're on Facebook or Instagram, BA Headers. BA Headers redraw for the top qualifiers after the heat races tonight. Heat number 3 underway for the Sportsman.
Final heat race for the Short Track Super Series Sportsman as they are side by side. What a great opening lap is right now. Dylan Nicholas, he'll be your leader in the 0-1.
Dylan Nichols to the inside, grabbing the lead into the corner down the back straightaway. Here comes Blaine Klinger. Klinger now working up to position number 2. He's going to try the outside. Not this time. Nichols still leading. We got one car way up top. That's Dale Welty.
Welty going above the cushion there. He's trying to find somebody. Trying to actually transfer into this heat race as he's on the outside looking in. Close quarters there for second through fourth.
Garrett Chillett now working up through the field. He started back in the 3rd row. Chillett now up the 4th spot, the last redraw spot as they work down the back straightaway. And we got Travis Green going to the outside now on Blaine Klinger off the corner halfway home.
4 laps to go. Travis Green found something working the top, has reeled in Blaine Klinger for P2. They're side by side. Now let's make it a 3-car battle for the lead.
Yeah, let's make it. How about it? Klinger's back on the gas now, moving in on Nichols in the 1, but here comes Travis Green. Klinger to the outside, Green to the inside. Chillett is right there down the back straightaway. 4-car race up front.
Dylan Nichols, you got company. Klinger to the outside, looking to take the lead there off of turn number 2, but still Travis Green showing a lot of speed there in the T69. Looks down low, thought he was going to give the bumper there to Klinger as the white flag is out, brought to you by Barron's Performance. Who is going to win this heat race?
Working out of the corner, Dylan Nichols down the back straightaway. He's got the lead. He'll bring him around to the checker. Who's going to get second? Green. Bonsai's in on the outside. Klinger's got the edge on the bottom. He'll grab second. Green will be 3rd. Chillett is 4th. Checker is out on heat race number 3. Your winning driver is the 01 of Dylan Nichols. Runner-up to the number 9K, Blaine Klinger. 3rd, the T69, Travis Green. And 4th, the 349, Garrett Chillett. They will go to the redraw. Then we have the 714 of Chris Darling. and the 39B Matt Brewer as your top 6 cars to qualify. So again, just like the modifieds, 3 heats, 6 qualified out of each, and 4 went to the redraw. All right, looks like the 600cc modifieds are rolling trackside. First heat, Leon.
The Hill Street Medical 600cc modified. Heat race number 1. 3 redraw, they all qualified. James Randall, the 17J, outside Bretton Payne in the 11. Allie Scott in the 108. Allison Rushlow in the 08. TJ Smith in the 101. And Nador Apollo in the 30 NN. Called for 6. I got 7 out there. Somebody's out there I don't have. I think it's the last car. The black car is somebody. Arnold somebody. Got all cars qualify 8 laps to get the job done. Bretton Payne, track regular, showing the way right now. James Randall right there running second. Up on the outside, starting to make a move down the backstretch. 2 cars are going to be side by side when they come out of the short chute. Randall, your leader. Allie Scott trying to close in on second place. This is all Bretton Payne out front. The Berkshire Breeze showing them the way around the Afton Motorsports Park. Cars are all going single file now. They'll all make it in. You want to be in the top 3, which is Allie Scott right now. TJ Smith trying to take over that 3rd spot to get into a redraw. They come out of the turn this time. 5 laps are in, 3 to go. You're watching on Flow. And you're watching. Parallel sticks are in the air. White flag's going to be coming out for Bretton Payne. This time by. It's been the Berkshire Breeze from the get-go. James Randall right there second and running 3rd. That's the final redraw spot. All the cars will make it in. The win going to go to Bretton Payne. Randall for 3, and Allie Scott gets that 3rd and final redraw spot. The Hill Street Medical 600cc modified qualifying heat race number 1. There they are. One quick announcement. 5th annual Billy Maynard Memorial Race, IMCA Mods, and Friday night, the Hill Speedway, Monroe, Pennsylvania. That's what's happening out there. Pencan's got a big series race for the 600s and a full field of the other cars there. That's where I'll be. Hill Street Medical 600cc modified heat race number 2, 8 laps, all qualified. 3 go to the redraw. Kyle Percy in the 314, outside Butch Green in the Payne 11X machine. Jake Weibel in the 99. Samuel Hubbard in the 28. Jared Green in the 35, and Talon Oliver in the 24. So 13 cars here with us tonight in the 600s. 2 cars battling for the top spot right there, right off the bongo bat. And Butch Green winning that battle. That's who has bigger arms. The 314 taking over second. That's Kyle Percy. He slid into second there. 35 looking for a hole. That's Jared Green. He's working to the inside of the 99 of Jake Weibel. Top 3 cars. It's all the 11X. That's Butch Green aboard the other Payne-owned machine. Now the battle for third as the 35 of Jared Green got by. He took over second. Now we got 3 cars right there basically battling for third. The 314 of Kyle Percy has it, but here comes Talon Oliver up on the outside to 24. He started scratch on the grid. He's making a good run out of turn 2 down the backstretch. Parallel sticks are out. It's a battle for third. Looks like Oliver might get it. Headset working fine. Early in the night, tell me it didn't work. Six in, just 2 to go. Top 3 look like there's the 3 that's going to make it. Unless something wacky happens. Checkered flag coming out, so it's either a 7-lap race or we skip a lap. We got a double lap that time, 7 and 8.
All right, 600 modifieds complete. The 4 cylinders, Leon, coming up. Looks like they got a pair of heats too.
The Gray's Garage and Hauling front-wheel drive 4-cylinder heat race number 1 of 2. They'll all qualify. Top 2 redraw. They're going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, Brian Beach in the 5, and outside the 23 of Colin Mills. Donnie Lance in the 55, and Mike Wilmot Jr. in the 15. Austin Steigerwald in the 87 goes away 3rd row inside, and on the outside, Justin Guile in the 88. So someone not making it out there. Called for 6, they got 5. Front rows there. Second rows there. So Austin Steigerwald, the 87, I guess, didn't make it. Colin Mills out front in the 23. He seems to occupy that space a lot. Has a bounty here at the Speedway on a regular night. Started it the last time we ran on a Saturday. He won, so it'll increase this Saturday night. Remember, we do run this Saturday double features, double 20s for the modifieds. So you won't want to miss that this Saturday night. That'll be on the cushion. The 5 stopping or slower along the backstretch. That's Brian Beach. Yellow coming out. Top 3 cars all make it in. We're down to 3 unless Brian Beach is able to fire back up. That would be your 3 starters right there. Your 3 actually 2 go to the redraw. I stand corrected. Last one was 3. This is only 2. So only 2 go to the redraw.
Leon, these guys are part of your weekly program, the 4 cylinders?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, they are.
Okay. And the 600 modifieds?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Of course, you guys were off last Saturday in preparation for tonight's special event here at Afton. And then, as you just said, you'll be back again this Saturday night. So, finally getting to race after the beginning of the year, right?
Yeah, we had certainly had a lot of rain outs or cold outs and flood outs. Well, we're back racing now. One more heat after this, and then I don't know if we get it into consolations or redraws, or if they're doing redraws in the pits, or that's for the wheels to know. The spokes find out later. Wheels and spokes. Colin Mills, he's certainly been on fire here in Friday nights down at the Pen Can. They have a program. If you win at Pen Can, you get in free here. If you win here, you get in free down there. He's probably only bought about 2 pit passes all year. It's all Colin Mills. There's the black and white silk's going to fly. The wind going to go to the 23 of Colin Mills. Second is the 88 and Invader, Justin Guile. Third at the line looked like the 87 machine of Steigerwald. And Brian Beach getting that 4 spot. They'll all qualify. Top 2 go to the redraw. The second and final. This is the final heat of the night. Final heat for the 4 cylinders. Steven Johnson in the 708 starts on the point. Outside, Austin Diaz in the 0. Tim Vandermark in the 107 and Brandon Regal in the K9. And Eric Rowley in the 20. Called for 5, got 5. Looks like the consolation races or B-mains, the bread and butter races, the last chance races, whatever you want to call them. They're coming up next.
Then that'll be followed by the BA redraw after the consolations, Leon.
Okay, the consies, then the redraw.
I believe they're going to do a little touch-up work on the speedway while we're doing the redraw, from what I just was informed.
Okay. Doesn't need a lot tonight. It's in great shape here.
Yes. Looks
it looks like we got the 55 coming out here. I think he was supposed to be in the first race. That was the car we're missing, so he's going to add on. He's going to be a little bit off the pace here. He was hang on, we got one up and over. Oh my. Got into the implement tire there, I believe. That got him airborne and put him up and over. That's going to let the Donnie Lance 55 catch the back of the pack when they go back to green.
Yeah, he clipped one of those tires, Leon, and went for an upside-down rollover. The Finish Line Track Services team over there made up of firefighters, EMTs, and paramedics.
I got to believe it was the K9 of Regal.
Okay.
You can't quite see the number on that screen there.
We got a replay, Leon, coming up here. Here we go. They're going to go down into 1 and 2 and see what happens here.
Replay there on flow if you're at home. K9 trying to go to the inside. Got too low. Oh, my.
Man.
Got one of the bigger implement tires. He wasn't fooling around, going to try for the little ones. He got it one time over and on the side and back down.
And it didn't even look like he was forced down there. He just drove right there and just misjudged the corner a little bit and clipped that implement tire. Heartbreaker for him. Then now he's got a bent race car and he's going to have to fix it.
Yeah.
Finish Line Track Services here, equipped with aid and fire safety, EMS response, and track cleanup. They're normally at Fonda, Brookfield, and the Short Track Super Series. Thanks again to the Finish Line Track Services team here tonight. We were able to thank our North Region Sportsman sponsor, Madsen Overhead Doors, against a fleet of 18 sales, service, and installation trucks are equipped daily for installation and service. Madsen Overhead Doors covering the Capital District of New York, parts of the Hudson Valley, Berkshires of Massachusetts, Litchfield County, Connecticut, Bennington County, Vermont, and surrounding areas. Madsen Overhead Doors located on Spencertown, New York, and can be found on the web at MadsonOverheadDoors.com or by phone at 518-392-3883. That's Madsen Overhead Door, North Region Sportsman sponsor. Our South Region Sportsman sponsor is Belmont's Garage, now managed by Andy Belmont, the Langhorne, Pennsylvania business. Belmont's Garage providing general auto and truck repair, servicing all brands of vehicles, Pennsylvania licensed RV and trailer inspection, Pennsylvania licensed motorcycle inspection, and serving as a certified emergency vehicle repair center. Belmont's Garage utilizing ASC certified technicians. Belmont's Garage located in West Maple Avenue, Langhorne. On the web at belmontsgarage.com, or you can call them at 215-757-3813 or like Belmont's Garage on Facebook. So Belmont's Garage, our South Region Sportsman sponsor. Madsen Overhead Door, our North Region Sportsman sponsor. South Region Modified sponsor is New Jersey Quality Drywall. And our North Region Modified sponsor is High Torque of New York. Some presenting marketing partners this year include St. Lawrence Radiology, led by Dr. Michael Maresca. St. Lawrence Radiology Associates providing radiology services around New York, Pennsylvania, and Maine. Dig Race Products. Since 2016, Dig Race Products is focused solely on the Northeast Dirt Modified market. Shocks and suspension tuning located central in New York State. Dig is the industry leader in trackside shock and setup support. This hands-on at-the-track approach is what leads the design and development in delivering the highest quality shock absorbers to the dirt oval track market. Take your program to the next level and feel the difference on Dig. Learn more at 609, make that 607-218-6282. Info at digraceproducts.com, like Dig Race Products on Facebook, or follow Dig Race Products Instagram, or the website at digraceproducts.com. All right, Leon, looks like the track is clear. We're ready for some more four-cylinder racing.
Right, they'll take the K9 pit side and try to get him ready for the feature. Lance got a chance now to get to the back of the pack. He was cutting that first heat, came out in this heat. They're ready to get back to Green. Green is out. We're back racing. The 0 of Austin Diaz on the high side of Steven Johnson. That's 708. They race side by side, 2 by 2. Raleigh up on the outside with the 20 right there. He's just looking for a hole. Vandermark right there in the 107. And Donnie Lance right now has got an eyeball on everybody in that 55. Austin Diaz showing the way right now. Eric Raleigh trying to crank it up on the high side, but down low. The 708, but here comes Raleigh in that number 20 car. He's been racing these four cylinders for quite a while. Does what he can afford, what he enjoys. Vandermark in the 107. Can't quite work around the 708 machine. But Austin Diaz showing the way this time. 4 laps in, 4 to go. Or 2 to go, I should say. Only 6 laps. And the front wheel drive 4 cylinders. Raleigh trying to close in on Diaz. He's down on the inside. Going to charge hard down into 3. He's going to have the short shoot here on his side. And Raleigh's going to be your new leader at the stripe. White flag is out one more time around. Modified Consi coming up. We know we lost one. I just seen him pull out. I'm pretty sure it was Dominic Roselli. I'm sure he probably lost another motor. Raleigh gets the win. Diaz second. The 107 finishing third of Vandermark. And the 55 of Donnie Lance. Your 2 Gray's Garage Hauling front-wheel drive 4-cylinder heats. There they are. We'll send it back to all the wheels and the plans.
All right. Hey, thank you, Leon. Hey, happy birthday wishes to Tom Smith. He's the big guy sitting way up in turn 4. So happy birthday to Tom Smith. Tom Smith celebrating a birthday. All right, consolation number 1 for the modifieds. 44 Gordon Smith out of Oxford on the front row. Alongside of him, the KP1 Doug Polhamus out of Windsor. Second row, the 22W from Unadilla, Brandon Walters alongside from Kirkwood will be the 9 of Kenny Titus. Second, make that the third row out of Oxford, the D9 Dennis Clapperton alongside the 47 out of Savona is Craig Crooker. Row number 4 from Binghamton, the 1A Brad Weaver alongside of him, the 357 Marty Kelly the third out of Bennington. Row number 5 on the inside of Conneauga Lake will be the 280 Justin Holland. Alongside of him from Bainbridge, the 225 is Dane Holland. Sixth and final row from St. Thomas, Quebec. The 1 is David Hebert alongside of him. And Leon just mentioned he pulled out. I believe he bent up the front end on his race car. The 80 out of Monticello, that's Dominic Roselli. This is the only consolation for the modifieds. We'll have one for the Sportsman to follow this. Consolation time for the Short Track Super Series High Torque of New York North Region Modifieds. Here they come.
Final qualifying event for the Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series Big Block Modifieds. Who are going to be the final 6 drivers to make it in to this evening's Interstate 88 special. We come around to complete lap number 1. Right now, your early leader is going to be Gordon Smith.
The youngster out of Oxford, Gordon Smith, his dad, Rusty, also competing here tonight down the back straightaway. The American Fireworks, number 44, leading the way into the turn. Now we got a 3-car battle for position number 2, working out of the corner.
Looks like that's going to be the 22W of Brandon Walters running in the runner-up spot. As laps start to click away here in this 8-lap B main. Remember, top 6 finishers moving on into the A main event.
Clapperton racing in 3rd spot. 4th spot's Polhamus. 5th spot behind him is Kenny Titus, and then Brad Weaver in the 1A. Weaver holding down the last qualifying spot. We got 2 cars close behind him as they work into the corner. Marty Kelly right there with a 357, and David Hebert in the 1. David top 5 in points. Entering the program tonight, he is 3rd at High Torque of New York North Region points.
Yeah, I was going to say David Hebert has got to go now if he wants to transfer in the A main event. You exactly said it, Jeff. Top 5 in points coming into this event. Right now, he's on the outside looking in.
Heading down the back straightaway, charging into the turn. It is still the youngster, Gordon Smith, off the corner, 2 to go. Walters is right there with him. Brandon Walters, a former track champion here at the Afton Motorsports Park, putting the pressure on the youngster, heading down the back straightaway. This time, the Bears Performance Warehouse white flag, 1 to go.
Final time around, we got a battle for the win. Walters peeks to the inside of Smith. Smith, however, slides up and turns 1 into Walters with a run. We see the Sunoco checker flag this time by side, standby scores, and the win is going to go to Gordon Smith. What a finish here for the B-Main for the Big Block Modifieds, as he will get the rest of the field by the start-finish line.
Taking the victory was the 44 Gordon Smith, runner-up the 22W Brandon Walters, 3rd the D9 Dennis Clapperton, 4th the KP1 of Doug Polhamus, 5th the 9 of Kenny Titus, and 6th is the 1A of Brad Weaver. Those are your 6 drivers advancing into tonight's Interstate 88 5088 to win special for the High Torque of New York North Region Short Track Super Series Modifieds. All right, Madison Overhead Door North Region Sportsman Consolation. This is the way they will roll to the post for tonight's event. Pole position driving in the 34F is Wyatt Frink. Wyatt Frink in the 34F. Alongside of him, the 54 Sullivan Dickey. Row number 2 to the inside from Kirkwood, the 37 Jason Shedd. Alongside of the 79 out of Harpersville is Eric Windsor. 3rd row from Middletown, the number 5 is Ryan Niger. And alongside from Montour Falls, the 123 is Dale Welty. 4th row, the 225 from Accord is Derek Schaefer. Outside of him from St. Johnsville, the 55 Johnny Fiegels. 5th row, driving the M car from Ferndale, Kyle Smith. Alongside of him from Woodhull, the 12 George Schweigert III. 6th and final row from Harpersville, the 78 is Stephen Windsor. And outside of him from Thompson, Pennsylvania, the 11 is Brett Wooster. Final qualifying event of our program tonight. After this will be the BA Custom Headers redraw down front in Bicknell Racing Products Victory Lane, or here at Afton, the Marabodo Energy Group Victory Lane. Yep, we're ready to go.
So the field goes to the Sunoco start zone there, turn 4. See if this start sticks.
Trouble in turn 1.
So the SRI Performance Caution flag waves here on the B main for the Short Track Super Series Sportsman Division. Again, 8 laps the distance. Top 6 move on into the A main event. 2-car tangle there on the initial start. We'll have a replay coming up for everyone tuning in at home on FloRacing. Again, this is the start of the B main for the Sportsmans. Look at the top side of your screen right there. 79 of Eric Windsor Brett Wooster there, I believe, in the 11. The two cars getting together.
Okay, with the BA Custom Headers redraw, I understand, has been completed. They did that in the pit area. They want to try to keep things moving along the night. We do apologize for that, but we want to get as quickly as we can move into our feature events tonight. So the BA Custom Headers redraw has been completed. Some more of our presenting marketing partners include St. Lawrence Radiology, we mentioned, and Dig Race Products. Swagger Factory Apparel based in Hageman, New York. Swagger Factory Apparel in the Northeast, fastest growing motorsports safety gear and apparel company built for real racers by racers. Race with Swagger, like Swagger Factory Apparel on Facebook, or visit sfraceware.com to learn more. FX Caprera Car Companies. FX Caprera Car Companies operating family-owned and operated dealerships across the North Country of New York State. FX Caprera Honda, Kia, Watertown. FX Caprera Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Alexandria Bay, and FX Caprera Ford of Ogdensburg. In addition to FX Caprera Harley Davidson, motorcycles and trailer sales of Adams Center. FX Caprera now in Central New York. Visit FX Caprera Syracuse on Huntley Road in Phoenix. The FX Caprera family of dealerships on the web at fxcaprera.com. DKM Fabrications, DKM, operated by Dave Constantino and Eric Mack, is driven to disrupt the dirt racing industry with superior products. Their advantage is a cutting-edge approach to designing cars that are unique to any that have ever been available in the market before. DKM also specializing in chassis repair, body fabrication, and custom products. Learn more on the web at dkmracecars.com, like DKM Fabrication on Facebook, or follow at DKM_fabrication on Instagram. JK Signworks. JK Signworks, located in-house at DKM Fabrication, is your one-stop shop for all graphics and sign work, from lettering to trophies to signs, both large and small, like JK Signworks on Facebook to learn more. So thanks to JK Signworks, DKM Fabrication, FX Caprera Car Companies, Swagger Factory Apparel, Dig Race Products, and St. Lawrence, all presenting marketing partners for the Short Track Super Series in 2025. It looks like the track is clear. We are ready for a complete restart. 8 laps ahead for our Matson Obrador North Region Sportsman Consi.
So once again, take 2 here on the B main. These cars will come around to complete the first lap. Again, 8 laps of distance. Top 6 drivers move on into the A. Sullivan Dickey in the 54 runs in that runner-up spot. As Jeff hits a barn burner behind him here for 3rd and 5th.
Yeah, out in front it remains Frink setting the pace down the back straightaway, and he's not got a big lead right now. Looks like we lost one to the pit area, working out of the corner down the straightaway. Dickey now is being pressured now by car number 5, Ryan Niger. Niger in the 5 going after Sullivan Dickey. Dickey, as we mentioned earlier, making the move from the slingshots to the Sportsman, doing quite well here tonight at Afton.
Dickey has caught back up to the leader of Frink there. As Niger runs in that 3rd spot, top 3 cars starting to separate themselves from the rest of the field. This time by, we're going to have 3 laps to go.
Welty is in 4th, Schaefer is in 5th. Fiegels now battling down the straightaway, moving into the turn. Fiegels into 55, grabbing that last qualifying spot from Windsor. We'll see if Windsor can fight back down the back straightaway, closing laps of this one. 2 to go.
Still all Wyatt Frank in the 34F up front. As now we got a side-by-side battle here as the Barron's Performance white flag is out, and that's a battle for the final transfer spot.
Yeah, Schaefer is battling now to the turn down the back straightaway. He's under pressure. He just lost the spot. Checker flag's going to come out here. Frank will take home the win with the 34, followed by Dickey and the 5 of Niger. So taking the win, the 34 of Wyatt Frink takes the win. 54 Sullivan Dickey 2nd. The 5 Ryan Niger 3rd. 123 Dale Welty 4th. The 55 Johnny Fiegels is 5th. And coming up 6th, Eric Windsor in the number 79. He gets qualifying position number 6. All right, I believe the modified feature is our next event on the schedule, so don't go too far if you're here at the track. Stop out and visit the concession stands quickly, but the modifieds just completed a consi. They're going to be called to the speedway shortly for the 48-lap Interstate 88 special. If you're watching at home, we're going to step aside and take a commercial break. You're watching the Bob Hilber Sportswear Short Track Super Series fueled by Sunoco live from Afton Motorsports Park in Afton, New York.